Canada forgot to build for the future. Now we're paying the price. You ever notice how Canada keeps acting surprised by problems we literally built ourselves into? CBC dropped a headline, growing interest in trades, but hiring challenges. Yeah, no kidding. That's what happens when you ignore a workforce for 20 years and hope the conveyor belt magically refills itself. See, here's the thing. A workforce is just a conveyor belt. People hop on at 18, 20, 25, and before you can blink, they're 40, 50, and 60 years old, and their back is done. Their knees are shot, they're training their kids. Who's supposed to take over? If you don't load new people into the front of the belt, the whole thing collapses, empties out. And that's exactly where Canada is right now. I'm not even trades myself, I'm industry. But the physics are the same. Machines don't care how tired you are. Production lines don't care if you're short-staffed. Safety rules don't bend because you can't find the warm bodies. And employers, they want 3 to 5 years experience for entry-level jobs. Like experience that comes out of a cereal box. You have to train people, you have to take risks, and you have to build a next generation. Because if you don't, you run out of ready-to-use players real fast. And here's the part nobody wants to talk about. This trades crisis. It's an example, same mistake Canada made with housing. 30 years, Canada barely invested in new apartments, rentals, or proposed built houses. We didn't plan, we didn't build, we didn't expand capacity. Instead, the strategy was basically bring in more people. The market will sort itself out. Migration wasn't the mistake. The mistake was thinking you could grow the population without growing the housing. That's like inviting 50 people to your house for a party in a one-bedroom apartment. 50 people in a house in a one-bedroom apartment with one bathroom and no snacks. Of course it collapses. And now we're doing the same thing with trades. Kids want in. Stats Canada says registration jumped at almost 6% last year, but they can't find the employers, they can't find the hours, they can't find the certified, they can't stuck in limbo. That's where they are. Meanwhile, veterans are aging out, like someone hit the fast forward button. So now you've got Carney rolling out big trade plans, and honestly, it's the first time in a long time I've seen governments admit the house is on fire. They're not just paying employers 10 grand to take apprentices. They are paying kids too. 8,000 in grants, 20,000 in interest-free loans, paid placement, relocation money, transportation money, tax deductions for travel to work. In some cases, the incentives are so big it makes college look like a bad deal. And it's not an accident. That's a country realizing it can't build its own future. If someone in a lecture hall writes an essay about it. Because here's the sovereign angle, the part that matters. A sovereign country builds its own homes. A sovereign country builds its own roads. A sovereign country builds its own power grid, its own factories, and its own future. If you don't have tradespeople, if you don't have welders, electricians, millwrights, carpenters, crane operators, and machinists, you're not sovereign. You're dependent. You're renting your future from whoever shows up with a toolbox. And right now, Canada is staring at a cliff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so maybe trade's plan is late. Maybe it's messy. Maybe it's a Band-Aid on a 30-year wound. But at least someone finally noticed, and the conveyor belt is empty. And if we don't start loading it now, we're going to spend the next 30 years wondering why nothing gets done and built, nothing gets fixed, and nothing works the way it used to. People go from born to retired in a blink. The clock doesn't stop. And if we want sovereign Canada, the real one, we better start training the next generation before the last one clocks out for good. That's my ramble. Like, follow, and subscribe. And we'll see you again. Bye-bye.